Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Chicago Bears. On one side, it's Jim Harbaugh, drafted 26th overall by the Bears. In 1987, he spent 7 years mostly under Mike Ditka as a quarterback here in Chicago. Across the way, you've got the head coach of the Bears. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak, hoping the return home can be what they need. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go on this cold afternoon in Chicago. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
I think when you take a step back and you look at last week's loss, I think there was some good and there was some bad. And I think you could really say that about the entire team. The 2 touchdown passes were great. Of course, he's got to stop giving the ball away with the interception. But I think if he continues to clean up some of his fundamentals, continue to improve his decision-making, and then on top of that, guys around him just have to continue to play better.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
What is up?
Now the Georgia Bulldogs. Here's Nick Chubb. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
What is it on?
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Over the middle, that's Komet. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Bears first down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll try to sneak it here, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
3rd and long. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go.
And oh, how about this early on? They blocked the This is scooped up by a member of the offense. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short, and the block kick leads to a turnover on downs.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
Set. 380. Set.
They'll run, and this is Amarian Hampton. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Set. 380.
They'll go again with Hampton. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Hampton. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first down, right back to Hampton. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground inside the 40, a gain of 8. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Set. Lion. Ready.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
380. Count it. Go.
On the give, here's Hampton. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run with Hampton. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12.
380. 380. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Herbert now on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown Chargers. That his second TD catch of the season. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category.
What is it on?
They'll start on the ground with Chubb, and he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go.
What is up?
You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
What is it on?
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive, and as we take a look at the NFL leaders in TD passes coming in, it's right there among the best in the league. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. D. Winters there to bring him down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. They've got it with a second down and 10.
380, run! 380, Ground. 380. Ground.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Harris. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
380.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
Set. 380. Ground. Set.
We'll try to run for it with Hampton.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10.
Ready, set up.
A play fake. Now Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Ready, set.
Once again, it's Chubb. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Chubb. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
One more time, it's Chubb. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Brian Callahan will send out the field goal unit here. This, about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bears are on the board. It's now 10-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. And he is the NFL leading rusher here in the month of December. A strong finish in the final stretch could earn him the crown.
Set. 380. Set.
This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Set. 380.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got his tight end, Arande Gadsden the second. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
Job well done right there. Third and inches. You don't want to chop or step or go east and west. You're just trying to hit this thing downhill as hard as possible, run right at the defense, and he doesn't get a whole lot, but he does get the first down.
Black 80. Black. Ready.
A run. This is Hampton. They're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 yards, and the Chargers have the first down.
Set. 380. Green out. Set.
Here's Hampton, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Set. 380. Green out. 380. Green out. Go.
On play action now, Herbert. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10.
380. Lion, lion, lion. What is it?
A run straight ahead, that's Ford, and that'll be a pickup of 3. It is 2nd and 6.
Set. 380. Set.
Herbert to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 3rd down, here's Hampton. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
What a nice drive this continues to turn out to be. I mean, to continue to maintain possession and sustain this drive, you can feel the defense is starting to wear down. So they had an opportunity there to get off the field and come away with a 3rd down stop, but
and he's into the end zone. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers move out in front by the score of 17-3. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Ready to hard. Here we go.
Here's Williams now to throw. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
So you take the field as a defense and you understand that the opposing team just gave up points. They want to grab back some of the momentum, some of the energy on the sideline. In the back of your head, you're saying, all right, they're going to take a shot probably within these first couple plays. Here they did it on the first play. It's exactly what happened. Good coverage and ball's incomplete. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. 1st and 10. Williams to the air once more. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand. And live to play another snap.
That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times,
nowhere to go. He is taken down. Tuli Tuipulotu getting in to record his 9th sack of the year. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Week 14 is here, the final 5 weeks of the regular season. Teams jockeying for position. Let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin in Foxborough, the Patriots at home to take on the Commanders. And this is Noah Brown. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. He'll take it 65 yards to the end zone. The Commanders wind up taking this one by a touchdown. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars. They're playing host to the Miami Dolphins. And this is Ollie Gordon. He's going to hustle his way to the end zone, 10 yards on the touchdown. This one's gone to halftime with the Dolphins lead by a touchdown, 10-3 the halftime score. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers taking on the Cowboys. And this is Chris Godwin, one of his 2 touchdown catches in the first half. This one's gone to the half, and it's the Buccaneers with a 10-point lead at the half. With that, we take a look at the rest of the action going on around the NFL here in Week 14. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. Very good kickoff, returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
Set. Ready. Ready.
A give, and here comes Hampton. And he'll get forward for about a yard. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set. Ready. Drop. Go.
Now it's Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Black. Set.
On first down, it's Hampton. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Jalen Johnson up from his corner spot to make the stop.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On play action, it's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Kappa.
Set.
He'll try and run for the first down. It's 4. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. That one gonna land a little too close to the goal line. Doesn't stop into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Williams. The throw on the run is complete. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready to that.
Throwing is Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. 3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And he's going to have the Bears first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
What is it?
Burden, the man on the move. Off play action. Here's Williams. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Bears call out their field goal team. This one from just under 50 yards. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Bears will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll start at the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far.
Set. 380.
Hampton trying to work inside. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Set. Kappa. Set.
On first down, right back to Hampton. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
Set. 380. Green hot. Wide 80. Green hot.
Throwing now is Herbert. Over the middle, he's got Harris. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal.
Set. Delta. Set. Go.
They'll run with Hampton. Down to the 4, it'll be second and goal.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Lion. Set.
Herbert looking to throw on third and 2. Over the top, he's got it. That's McConkey. Touchdown, LA. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Dicker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chargers will extend this third quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bears offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Darnell Wright, guilty that time.
Running's it hard. Here we go.
Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Ready, set.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. To the right side, caught by Burden. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Chicago.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10
Ready,
at the
set up.
47-yard line.
Throwing again, Williams. That one complete to Moore. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 7. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On third down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far.
Set. 380. Bring it out. Ready.
Run between the tackles for Hampton. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Set. Kappa. Go.
They'll go again with Hampton. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10.
Set. Line. Set.
On the ground, Hampton will start the fourth. And that's a nice job, something out of nothing, sidestepping defenders for a gain of 4. From the 41, here's second and 6.
Set. Delta. Set. What is it?
Another run here with Hampton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 17 yards. First down, L.A.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Here's first and 10.
380. Get out. 380. Get out. Set.
On the give, here's Hampton. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Set. 380. Cut. Ready.
On the handoff, Hampton heading right. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
A gain there of 15. It's good for a Charger first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. From the 20, here's second and 6.
Set. 380. You're out. 380. You're out. Ready.
On the handoff, it's Harris. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing third and 6.
380. You're out. Go.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That's caught by 4. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Set.
First and 10, and here comes 4. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Set. Delta. Set. What is it?
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's third and 4.
380. Set.
On play action. Now Herbert. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one taken at the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Ready, set.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
It's a loss of a yard.
32.
Williams to throw on second down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Here's Williams now to throw. That's out wide for Chubb. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll indeed pick up a Bears first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. That pass is caught by Burden. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. This is 3rd and 6. Now Williams. Exiting the pocket right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That's taken in by Chubb. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Ready, set.
To throw is Williams. On the move left.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him.
And he's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bears. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Set. Black 80, black. Set.
They'll go with Hampton. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. That's a 2nd charge timeout to Chicago, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Set. 80. Bring it out. Ready.
On the ground, Hampton. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Built us up. Why did it hurt?
They'll drop to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Ready for that?
Williams going to look to throw it on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
Ready for that?
Here's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. They'll get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds remaining to play. Another try, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams, going up top. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim to none, but Slim Meadow went just out the window as that ball hit the turf.
The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts, so just one kneel down, and then time to shake hands.
Go.
Herbert down to an 8, and that should wrap this one up. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. That is now 6 consecutive victories. They are making it look easy out there as they continue their winning ways. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.